Welcome, everyone. We are live. We are live. I need a reason. A reason. You see, humanity doesn't act unless they're stirred up, unless they're polarized, unless they're moved, right? So, as I told you guys last week, it's important that you become the one who self polarizes. That part is very crucial. Because if you are not the one who moves you, somebody is moving you. And whenever that comes from the outside, it might not be always pleasant. Because if they're the ones moving you, they're the ones using the energy. They're stirring it up and they're harvesting it. But if you are the one who is self moved, you are always replenishing yourself. You know the song, I need a hero, right? That one? Well, that's what you do. You need a reason. The reason is your hero. The thing that moves you and stirs you and fires you up, that's your hero. So it is always best to be your own hero. It is always best to be your own hero instead of sitting around and waiting for something or someone to come from the outside to do something for you. Because the thing is, what you practice, that habit, well, that's what you are now. So if you continually practice seeking motivation, you will always be waiting for the next thing. But if you practice inspiration, you become the next thing deliberately, not on a sense of, oh, I gotta, oh, I can't, I need, I need something to fire me up. You become the one to fire you up. And it's interesting because we keep thinking we have to wait to experience a thing, when in actuality, assume we have experienced it. So you're looking for that next spiritual step. You might not know what to call it, but you have an idea of what it is that you would like to experience. Is it more a deeper intuition, a greater understanding or comprehension of things? Assume that you have it. Assume that you have it. And it begins to unfold in your life. I keep saying to you, the law doesn't just work for little things or big things only. It works for every single thing. So whatever that thing is you would like to experience in your life, assume that you have it. This part right here, whatever that thing is, assume that you have it. I'm wanting to show you that it is in every area of your life that you use the law, not just in some areas, but all areas. So what reason would you have? There is a passion and there's a zest for being. That's it. A passion and a zest for simply being. Which means if things quote unquote go your way, you'll be happy. If things don't go your way, you'll be unhappy. No. Have a zest for simply being. Just for being. And then you will recognize that Whatsoever will may come. Whatsoever will, it may come. And it doesn't matter what it is. You know that you're free. You know you are free to choose. I'm not such a fan of this one. I would like this experience instead. And you begin to see it in your mind's eye. So, what I'm saying to you is, you are unlimited, but you won't know till you start practicing. Practice every opportunity that you get. This is why the passion and the zest for simply being. Just be excited that you are. You don't wait to become it. Assume that you are it. That's what you do. Assume that you are it. And you will watch yourself become it. It'll be fascinating just to be excited for that. Because from that one seed, the fruit that you reap will just leave you in awe. That's what I'm showing you this morning. We keep waiting for something. Sometimes we don't even know what we're waiting for. But if you can recognize that you don't have to wait, you can just give it to yourself now by assuming that you have it. That's the law of mentalism. Remember that. This is why the Hermetic Oracle cards. This is why I said, if people can just learn it day in and day out, they'll begin to see the bigger picture, that it always rests with them, not anybody else. It is always in your own bosom, not anybody else's. What do I do about this? Consult your oracle. Pull it. What does the law say to do? That's how you live your life. What does the law say to do? That is always the reason. You see, we don't even... Sometimes we say, but that's just nature's law. But what we don't get is, if we pay attention, we would see that it runs through everything. It sustains everything, and it happens naturally, so that you don't even see that it's happening. It just happens. It just flows naturally. You sow, you reap. You rest, you rise. All within its own beautiful rhythm. All of it. That's why it's important to constantly see things through the lens of the law. And if you see it through the lens of the law, we stop with the things of, but you hurt me. You stop with the, but I can't go on. You stop with the, I don't know what to do. Because the moment you begin to see that nothing happens without you, now, instead of seeking a reason, you become the reason. Because you are the reason. The cause. That's the part where your inner peace comes from. You can weather any storm because you recognize, hey, the storm does have to obey my command. How do you know the storm has to obey your command? Well, whether or not you believe in the scripture is irrelevant. But when the disciples were in the boat and the storm rose up and tossed the boat to and fro, they're freaking out. Oh, Jesus, save us. And he was like, man, how long have I been with you? So in other words, have you forgotten God? He simply said, be still. And the waters calmed themselves. That is our cue that it doesn't matter what's going on. You are the one who gets to say, be still. You are. You don't wait for stillness. Assume your stillness. But you see, we've been told so many times, day in and day out, we're told, you don't have any power, you don't have any control. You're a slave. You're being ruled over. Oh, God. We're told that day in and day out, are we not? Of course. But if you see the world through the lens of the law, mentalism, the all is mind, the universe is a mental creation. Correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without. Vibration, everything is moving. Nothing stands still. And it moves between what? Two poles. Where you are now and where you want to move to. And in that movement, a rhythm, a predictable rhythm emerges. A pattern. That rhythm, because that particular rhythm is there, brings about a cause. It is because it is the cause. And every cause has its effect, every effect its cause. Why? A projection of your intention, your will. That projection, that inner conversation, that is being projected, and it molds and it shapes. That will is, if you will, notice it, it's like a pair of hands. Just a pair of hands. And it molds and shapes things. And then the subconscious brings it forth as an experience. That's what we do day in and day out. Never changes. It never changes. That's why I like what Neville says when he said, we can't even make it rain, but the rain happens. It happens by way of law. Because the moisture builds up in the clouds, and she's like, ooh, I'm a little heavy. I got to let something go. Rain happens as a result of the state of the clouds. So too do our behaviors. They happen as a result of. They happen as a result of our state. So if you continually practice putting yourself in a better state mentally, where you experience the good that you want to experience in the world, over time that just becomes your habit. And because it has become your habit, well, then a habit becomes your way of doing things, your destiny. But if we just wait for something so we can use the law, see what we do? We wait because, well, I want that, so let me use the law to get it. Don't wait for something, be the something. The law is always there. It is always on. It cannot take a break. So it is up to us to use it continually, deliberately. So you need a reason this morning to get out of bed? Well, know that if you get out of bed in a good state of mind, know that the world will mold and bend and shape itself to follow you. Know that. And become excited by it. Last night we read, don't give good advice, just give good news. The good news is you are free. What makes you free? The law does. To do what? Create your ideal existence. Oh, but Angela, look at where we live. We're in the world of Caesar. We're so limited here. Yes, but If you remember, if you and I would remember that we are in the world, we're in it, but we aren't of it. We are in it because we're here. We are alive. But what makes us not of it? That we know we are creating our experiences. That's what makes us not of it, because we're not going along with the current. We create our own current, if you will. We set the pace. But that has to become your way of living. So instead of pulling a card and saying, tell me what I should do, show me my future, no. You pull a card and you say, well, what does the law say I can do? What does the law say I am capable of? And then you act according to what the law says you are.
Hello?
That's what you do. You act according to what the law says you are. But we've been so conditioned to sit and to wait. What should I do? I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Listen, I'm not talking to just you this morning. I'm talking to me first. All of us are going through it. But the good news is we are not at the mercy of anything or anyone. We are the operant power. The only way to know you are the operant power is to exercise it. You see, sometimes we go to the gym and we work on our fitness and we get in front of the mirror and we pose and we flex. Why? Because we want to see the evidence of the work we've been doing. Well, then, with the law, begin to flex. Where? In your imagination. Because when you begin to use the imagination to create, you begin to see the evidence of what you've done, of what you created. You see the evidence and you say, oh, well, look at me. I'm a little stronger, aren't I? Oh, yes, I am. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. And you begin to see your power. Do you not? So the encouragement, you see, because we think we need a reason. You are the reason. You're the reason. But you don't know that until you practice. How do you practice? How do I practice? How do we practice? By experiencing in imagination what you would experience in reality if you had what you said you wanted. Over and over and over again, day in and day out. The sheer excitement of, wait a minute, I can create this? Oh, yeah, this is fun. Let me try it over here. Let me see where else I can create. Let me see what I can create. And you get into your imagination. And you see it the way you would see it if you had it. And the body does something very interesting. Correspondence, as within, so without, cause and effect. You begin to see the evidence. Your body begins to register the evidence of your predominant thoughts. You see, we have predominant thoughts right now. We do. We get up and we have them every day. And we ask ourselves, why do I keep doing this? Why does this keep happening to me? Well, then if you would pay attention when you say that, why me, Lord? Why me? When you say that, you have now uncovered the hidden habit that was forcing you to act. And what is a habit? Thought, word, or action. that we do the same way every time. So then, if you don't like a habit, make a new one. How do you make a habit? Choose the desired thought, word, or action, and do it the same way every time. How many reps can you do it for on a daily basis, moment by moment? That is what we do. And as I told you, I will tell you the same way every time. Use the law. When you start using it, listen, there is a thrill, there is an excitement, there's a curiosity. Wait, you're trying to tell me I can create an experience? Yes. So test it out. What experience do you want to create? Just pick something. Be adventurous. What do you want to experience? Then experience it within your imagination, because it is, remember, always within your imagination. Once you have that image there and you hold that image, just like the artist who's sketching your portrait, what's the first thing he tells you to do? Sit still. Is it not? Why does he tell you to sit still? So that he can see every curve and every line, every shadow, every light, and recreate it. The hands of the artist recreates that still image out in the world, so that when he says, I'm done, you can get up and come and look over his shoulder and go, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to experience. But here's the thing. You are the subject of the artwork, and you are also the artist of the artwork. The artwork is your life. So that's why you are still. Stillness. Why? Because if you hold it steady, you can recreate it. So persistently, you have to hold it, which means you have to rehearse it. In other words, experience in imagination what you would experience in reality if you had the thing you said you wanted. Yeah, but I don't know if I can do it, Angela. The only way to know is to practice. But what if I fail? Well, then get up and practice again. What did you do? Show yourself what you did so you can say, oh, that's what I did. Okay, let me tweak it over here. Let me do it a little bit differently over here. Right? Because that image, when you hold it, this is why I say, be the reason for the excitement. Because sometimes the image may not, because you know how we become complacent. And because sometimes we've been wanting something for so long that you lose the desire to even want it anymore. So that's why the thrill and the excitement of the good news itself, that wait, my imagination creates reality? No way. Yes way. Well, let me test it. Let me see what I can do. You see that thrill and that excitement and that eagerness and that curiosity in what you are capable of doing, which is all things, because all things are possible to God. And where is God? Right there. The power that causes you to inhale and exhale. That's what makes you one with it. So don't wait for well, I want a new car and to become excited about that. No, become excited by the fact that, wait, I can create a new car? Get out. No, you lies. You're lying to me. Test it. You see, because it's not always the excitement that, how you see yourself in the car. No, it's the excitement that you did it. It's the excitement that, wait, I did this. Oh, this is too much. No, I didn't. No, let me do it again. Let me do it again. That's the excitement. The excitement isn't based upon whether you succeed or fail. The excitement is based upon, oh, I am the operant power. That is why you have the thrill and the excitement and the eagerness to just be. That's what I am simply saying to you this morning. That's what you have within you. How do you know that it's there? You have ears and you're hearing, but are you listening? You have eyes you can see, but are you seeing? You have a mouth, but what exactly are you speaking? You can sense, but what are you feeling? Become intrigued by what you are capable of doing. Listen, that is the joy that is unspeakable and full of glory. Because no one can take it from you. No one, right, can take it from you. It wasn't theirs to give, nor is it theirs to take. It is what has been bestowed upon you. Why has it been bestowed upon you? Because God itself is within you. You know it. You know this. Because without it, we would cease to be. But hey, don't take my word for it. Test it for yourselves. Allow the thrill and the excitement, your reason for being, is that, wait, whoa, I am the power? Yes. And this, when you see it, the more you use it, and the more adept you become at using it, you will begin to recognize that you don't need anything on the outside to move you. You don't need a reason to move you because you are the reason for movement in the first place. That's the good news. Let us take a moment, shall we, to welcome everyone into the space this morning. Twitter, who's here? Solo Breezy. V224, I see you. And Boubacar Diallo, I see you. Welcome to the space. I've never said your name before. Boubacar Diallo. I've never said that. Pleasant to meet you. Here on Twitter this morning. It is very pleasant to see you all. YouTube and Facebook, who's here? Jeff Sugarvisions, A-Not, hey. And for the others who've not made themselves known in the chat, I see you. It's good to have you here. Fanbase is in the house. Who's here? Summer Rose is here. Substance is here. Happy, I see you. Hello, Jamel. And Jeannie is here. Lucky, it is good to see you as well. ZC, Stephanie, KZ, Hello Ali, Flo Smiles, Shea Butter, Marquise, Oracle Treehouse. Jamel, pop that question in the chat for me, please, and thank you. Until we get to know you, darling. Until we get to know you. But today, get a little curious about what you are, who you are. Get a little curious about that. Why? Because when you begin to see who and what you are, you don't allow yourselves to be pulled hither and yon, to and fro anymore. You don't do that anymore. And then you begin to live the life that you say you want to live. But you've got to be bold, man. Oh, believe me, I know. I know what it is like to shake in your boots. Who's to say I'm not shaking in my boots now? You see, we never know what the other person is dealing with. That person is in a state. They are. We are in a state always, and we act according to the state. Force of habit, then. The state that you habitually go into. You've been doing it for so long, you don't even know you're doing it anymore. It's your what now? Second nature. And because it is your second nature, we don't question it. So if you know that that is the nature of man, to design a habit so it becomes second nature so you don't have to think about it anymore, you just do, then it would stand to reason it is in our best interest to create a habit that you don't have to question. If your habit is, wait a minute, I am the operant power, so then I'm the one who will decide, I will choose, I will create my ideal. We're always creating either way we think about it. So whether or not you want to believe that you are the one creating, or if you want to doubt that you're the one creating, is irrelevant. You create regardless. And how do we create? By way of our imagination. We experience things in our imagination as if they were. I dare you to tell me that I'm wrong. Because you can't. You know why? Because you do it every day. I tell you, if you say, oh, I'm buying a new scarf, you know why you buy that new scarf? Because you've already seen every outfit that it can go with. How did you see it? You didn't try on every outfit. Not physically. You tried on every outfit. How? Mentally. That's why you know that scarf or that tie or that whatever, that fedora, those shoes can go with as many things as possible because you've seen it within your imagination. You've experienced in imagination what you would experience in reality if it were true. You and I do it every day. So who are you arguing with every single day in your imagination? I wonder. Or who are you encouraging every day in your imagination? I wonder. You see, we are already doing it. This is how you choose what you are going to eat, because it moved you in your imagination. And that's why you say, ooh, that sounds real good. Oh, that tastes nice. You haven't even taken a bite yet. But you know what you're going to eat because you had it in your imagination. That's what moved you to act as if. Every time. Yes, mister, I see you. Take your time. It's not time for singing yet. That's what I'm wanting to show you this morning. You're the one. You are the one. You are the one. You know where that song is from. So today, my beautiful friends, remember that you are the reason. Afternoon delight. Hey. Remember that you are the one. I may have to watch Matrix again. That's what she told him. You're the one. But we keep waiting for a reason. We keep waiting for a hero. We keep waiting for our savior. When in actuality, you are it. How do you know? I am. So, how are you going to practice? The same example I just gave you. If you were going out, right, to purchase something, perhaps a Birkin bag. Allegedly, you need an appointment to go do that, but hey, who am I? I digress. If I were so inclined to want a Birkin, I love their shape, but that's about it. I don't even walk with a purse. A wallet, yes. A purse, no. So if I said, I would like a new purse, the moment I say I'd like a new purse for the ladies in the house, men carry wallets or purses or whatever they carry. A man bag, I don't know. You're a man. You know what you carry. I don't know what you carry. But if you say, I would like a new bag, do you not see what it is in your mind's eye? Well, how else would you know what to go get if you didn't see it? And then we say, but I can't visualize. We all have an inner eye. We can all visualize. It just depends on the amount of pressure you put on yourself. How relaxed are you? That's why Neville says, fall into the state. Surrender to it. Because when you surrender, you're not rigid. You are supple. And when you're supple, you're soft and pliable, aren't you? So you shape yourself. That's how you do it. You get into your imagination, where you always are anyway. What do I want to become today? And you see it in your mind's eye. Now, then you become it. What will you say? Which means, what would you do if it were real? What would you say if it were real already? Well, that's your big debut line. Rehearse it. And as you rehearse it, it will begin to move you. And as it moves you, it builds its intensity until such time, bam, you reach a climax, do you not? Do we not reach a climax in our lives? Sure we do. Joyce, darling. Miss Boricua, I see you. So I trust this morning that it makes sense to you. For you to know that you don't want a reason. You see, we have to move ourselves from wanting a thing to having the thing. So we might want a reason to exist. We want a reason to be. But you are the reason. You are the reason. It is always you. Whether you want to believe me or not is irrelevant. It doesn't change the fact that it's always you. So you may as well take your time and explore within your imagination. Because I told you, you are already doing it. As I said, you've already seen that scarf with every single possible outfit, and you haven't tried anything on. You've only put it on in your imagination, but you've seen every outfit that it is compatible with. So what have you done in essence? You have created all your future experiences with that scarf and your outfits. And how did you do it? By experiencing in imagination what you would experience in reality if it were true. That's what you've done with that scarf. As you looked in the mirror, oh, it would go great with that shirt. You've seen it. Oh, it would go great tied around like this with this outfit. You've seen it. Now let that intrigue you today. As you go through your day, ask yourself, what can I possibly be capable of? You mean I can do this? Yes. Well, yes, Delight, you're going with the flow because, honey, you create the flow. Marquise, Papa's got a brand new bag, right? Exactly. You are the flow. Yes, rehearsing will move you and whatever is in the way of the vision. Of course, if you're seeing the solution, you won't encounter an obstacle. Hmm? So, yes, Delight, always move yourself from wanting. Because if you stay in a state, why did I tell you that? Because if you stay in a state of wanting, you must continually want. Because you're in the state of wanting. So the only seed or the only fruit that comes forth from wanting is more wanting. So if you have it, then you've got to experience it. So how do you have it? By experiencing in imagination what you would experience in reality if it were true. What would you say? What's the first thing you would say when you had it? Well, experience that in your imagination. What's the first outfit you would wear with your scarf? Do it in imagination. Hey, sweet boy, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's all right. Relax. You're good, you're good. It's not time for singing. Relax. Good boy. Hmm. There you have it, right? Mm. Well, Delight, this is. I'm reading the chat on Fanbase. She had someone resign after 3 years. Her ace, her second in command, I suppose. But it's not a match for where we were going and what we had envisioned. So then you have to look back and recognize that you had already said that to yourself. I'd like to make a change. Hmm. You see? Right. I know it happens. Notice the word, Ali. You said it happened to you too. It happened because the state that you occupied allowed it to do that. That's why if we can see and recognize that we act according to the state, then the sting, oh death, where is your sting? Why is the sting removed from death? Because you recognize that it is not physiological anymore that you should be afraid of. The physical death must occur. To do what? To bring forth new life. So is death the end? No, but I digress. Well, Joyce, you give it a little bit of chance and he'll rise to the occasion, not to worry. And yes, I'm watching this conversation you guys have got going on in the chat. Choose the state. That's the thing, right? When you recognize that we act according to the state, when a person behaves a particular way towards you, you will say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't know that they're in a state, but you know. So then it doesn't hurt you. Do you see what it is? We're not meant to go through life and take every offense and be hurt and be crippled by the hurt. We're not meant to do that, but we've been conditioned to do it. Double A. You see? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So let that stir you up. Let that rouse you this morning to know that, whisper it to yourself, I am the operant power. I am the operant power. I am the operant power. You see, the more you go through the day and you whisper that to yourself, you'll begin to feel the momentum build in your chest, you know. But test it, don't take my word for it. Hello? You want to live a life of hearsay, or do you want to live a life of experience? You want to experience God for yourself? Well then, act according. Vani. Hey, Lucky. Test it for yourselves this morning. Right. Exactly, itty bitty. Test it. So, my friends, my beautiful friends, this morning, as you go forth into the world, recognize and allow the thrill of excitement and curiosity to course through your body. I am the one who is making things happen in my world. Let me show myself what I can do. We've spent a lifetime doubting ourselves because we heard, well, hear this morning that you are capable of doing much. Only you will know. But the caution is this. There is always a caution, isn't there? Oh, shoot. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So when you are creating your lovely experience, you don't ever have to take from someone. Oh, mm, taste that, Angela. You can create your own. So as you hear the bowl play this morning, allow the bowl, except if you're driving, come now. You have to be focused if you're driving. Focus. Focus. But if you're going to take a quick break, you know, because you're not driving, allow the bowl to just remind you that you are the operant power. You are the reason. Allow that. Ah, hello, Ruby. Yes, itty bitty, yes. Come, let's play the ball, itty bitty, come. I know, sweet boy, I know. Let's get the ball, okay? You relax. Good, baby, good. Yeah, it's okay, relax. It's okay. It's okay. Ooh. Countdown initiated. 4, 3, 2, 1. Twitter, thank you all for being here. Oh, Lord. I will see you tonight, 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, here are the announcements. Remember to pre-order your Hermetic Oracle cards. The link is in the description. For fan base, it's on the very top of the page. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. It is the first line in the description of the video. Second announcement, the Barbados retreat. If you want to be a part of that, slide into my DMs and let me know. There is a private live stream coming up on the 15th or the 16th? I forget which one it is, but if you tell me that you want to be there, because I will send it out. I will send it out to the people who have already signed up. And I already messaged the manager at the resort for us so that they can be a part of that meeting as well, so your questions can be answered. So let me know that. So for the ones of you who I already have your names, I will send you that private link. Okie dokie. So that's what's going on. Pre-order your Oracle cards. And if you have done so already, yay! We have 980 more going. And so why the Oracle cards? Because you will learn to apply the law every single day, and you will grow in your confidence. And you won't have to seek the counsel of anyone but who I am. Because that's the way it should be in the first place. Anywho, I love you all. YouTube and Facebook, thank you for being here. And yes, AA, you test and refine. Yes. Much love to you all, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I will close those rooms. I'm coming, fan base. Hold tight.